guess we'll go on to hole number 7. I'm going to go ahead and pitch her up, but before we start talking about hole 7, I'm going to say, for those of you that have not found the back 9 on this course, so you know the 9s are in different locations. So when you're on this tee pad, if you look kind of behind you and to the left where the water is, there's a bridge down there. And if you go across that bridge, on your left side is where hole 10 starts. So you can see the 2 9s are completely different. And that's why I wanted to do this. I do have a round on that back 9, but it's completely different than this course. We'll eventually do, after you play that course, we'll do that one as well. Maybe when we go up and play longs on this, we can play longs on the front 9 and then the back 9, so you can get a little taste of that. But
okay, yeah, that'd be cool. I had no idea where it was.
yeah, it's 2 completely different 9s. I honestly just wish they would just have like the open 9 and then the like just have name them 2 different courses, honestly, because it's you have to actually get in your car and drive down there unless you want to walk 3,000 feet.
Wow.
And I do not
realize that.
Yeah, it's pretty well. You see where we're at here. We're at the very end of the course, and we've got 3 holes. Yeah, going back towards 9. So then you'd have to walk this entire distance and then more to get down there. So the best bet is to like drive on the road you see to your left down there, and then park up at the bathrooms on the top and walk down from there. And even there, it's still probably 1,000 feet of a walk. So
yeah, because that follows the river too, right? That road right there.
Yeah, it does for sure. Yeah. All right, so this one is 390 feet, and it is listed as the only par 4 on the course. I know a lot of people are going to think 390 is not really enough for a par 4, and normally I would disagree, but on this one I think I actually kind of agree, because you can see it plays downhill for the first, I don't know, what's that look like, maybe 200 feet of the hole, and then if you can land on that second part up there, which I kind of try and throw wide and land to the left side, and you land kind of flat. So you kind of knock off 250 feet of distance, and you got a little putter chip shot. And, you know, I'll say this. I could almost get the 2 on this one as a par 4 with me being an intermediate player.
Does the basket, so there's 2 pin positions on this one, right? Or is it just one?
I believe just one. Well, let me tell you where this pin is, and we'll see if that's what you think. So you see looks like a dead sycamore right in the front there, right over my head. Yeah. So it's like past that, maybe 100 feet and up to the right there.
And is it right next to another tree, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. That
like kind of like squeezes you into like a little spot between a tree or something.
Yeah, kind of. It's a smaller tree, but yeah, for sure.
I think that is the position I was thinking of. I was thinking maybe there was a shorter position or something, but I could have just been wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this hole.
So it's a fun one. I'm sure on this one, I can't really tell with the way I'm holding it, which is really flat. I'm kind of proud of myself on that reach back. Look how flat that is. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going Kahoo and trying to get it to flip up and turn over a little bit and just ride straight and land a little bit on that left side there, and then just have a little chip shot.
I'm trying to think of what I would be doing, because with a downhill shot, I can potentially get a forehand there, but it's going to heavily weigh on what the wind's doing for me. Like if there's a left to right wind on that tee, then I could probably trust myself with the forehand. But if there's a headwind at all, sometimes I just don't trust myself on a forehand. But I know back in the day, a forehand was my play because I was a forehand dominant player. Now, I don't know. I might try to just take something and kind of flex it around that tree. Just like come in front of it and have something hyzer out back behind it. I still might go a distance driver just to make sure I get to the basket. But
yeah. What do you think about that par? Do you think, like,
I would rather it probably be a 3, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's either that or is this one have a long tee too. It does, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
I
that one
thought
they actually have listed as a par 5. I do remember that, and I know for a fact that should never be a 5. So that's why I'm
no.
kind of touchy on the 4 even from this one, because 330, like I said, that first maybe 200 and 250. As long as you get over that hill and get to that flat spot, you got a quick little chip up. And even for my arm, like I should be, if I hit my putt, which we talked about that earlier, but I should be getting a 3 on this one.
I'll say if a majority of your people that you're playing with either have a chance at getting a 2 or people are saying I should be 3 in this every time, then it should be a par 3.
Yeah,
Like I
I
would
agree.
rather it be a hard par 3 than an easy par 4, because I mean there's 390-foot shots in the woods that are still par 3s sometimes
Yeah.
at certain courses.
Yeah,
So
and some of
and
those I definitely agree with because of like uphill and downhill and the wooded
mhm,
aspect. To me,
yeah.
this one, there's no wooded aspect. I can throw this one as far as I want to the left and get it to turn, and I'm
Mhm.
still just going to have, even if I just abnormally turn it way over, I'm still probably only going to have 200 feet to the pin. You know what I mean? Even if
Yeah,
I
I
go
mean
way down.
that big tree that you were talking about, the sycamore or whatever,
Hmm.
that's at least a 300-foot shot away from the tee, right?
I would
Close to
think
it,
so. Yeah, I feel like because I
somewhere.
think if I'm not mistaken, when I'm playing, so I'm throwing around 300, a little more some days, and I'm what I'm trying to do is land just a little bit to the left of that, so I just got a little chip shot up, if that makes sense.
Like literally, that's probably your biggest competition on your drive is
Yeah,
not hitting that tree,
yeah,
and it's
you're
like
exactly
300
right.
feet away. So I mean,
That's
it's
why I
like,
say even if I stand up to that hole and just absolutely turn it over like crazy, as long as it don't roll and go down to the reservoir down there, uh, I should be fine. It's even getting the 4. I mean, probably even the 3.
yeah, I think it probably should be a par 3. If it was a
Mhm.
par 3, I think it would make that hole probably a better hole,
Yeah.
because
Now,
then a lot of people are going to step up to that hole. Obviously, this is not really a tournament course. It doesn't really
right.
get played on tournament level. It has
Mhm.
like doubles and stuff done on it, but not really tournament. In a tournament situation, a lot of people will step up to a hole like that and be like, I can gain a stroke back
Yeah.
on the course just by playing safe. But
Yeah.
if you add into that situation about this is a par 3 and you can take a bogey
Hmm.
on this by messing up, by some chance messing up this hole, it's basically you have to double bogey to actually bogey
Yeah, I
this
agree.
hole. So
Now they
I
do.
think it should be different.
They, I do know that they do like ice bowls up there. Unfortunately, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been able to make it to that one. No, I take that back. I did play one ice bowl there one year. I just remembered that I did play one ice bowl there. But I almost guarantee you they're in a tournament. They're probably playing that as a 3. Would be my guess.
Yeah. Yeah. There would be so many people that have at least a decent arm or a big arm, hit a shot and get within the circle or
Hmm.
something and make a putt. I mean, it's not that difficult of a hole. The difficult part of it is just the distance, really.
Right.
It's just being able to get to the hole and then make a putt.
Hmm.
It's not really much in your way. So it's a cool hole.
It is. I agree. It's a cool hole, but played as a par 3, I think it would be a little better. Of course, you can do that in your head, but
Mm-hmm.
the way I am as an amateur player, like if I step up to a hole and the sign says par 4, I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I've got an extra stroke
Yeah.
to get this one,
Yeah.
especially if I'm doing a video because I want to
Mm-hmm.
put the correct course information for the video. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you
Can
put?
you put?
Oh
Oh,
god.
thanks, Amanda, for throwing that one up on the screen for me. That's awesome.
And by the way, if nobody knows, anytime you're filming for YouTube, you're gonna play probably some of your worst disc golf you've ever played in your life. So
Gosh, ain't that the truth? Go back
when a
and watch my
birdie
stuff.
when a birdie comes up, you're like,
Oh, I want to get the birdie. And then you're like, you step up on the next hole, and you're like, well, I parred that one.
Like that video I did. What was the hot sauce challenge video?
Oh
I
yeah,
threw my shot and I was like, well, that should be a par all day. And
yeah.
then I bogeyed it because I ran the putt.
that's that's how it happens, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that one it is a good hole. I will say
Yeah.
before we go to the next one, it probably the most beautiful hole on the course because you got the lake over here to
Mm-hmm.
your left. You can see the mountains. As far as aesthetically pleasing, that's the hole for the course. That's one when I think of this course, I'm like, oh man, I really want to go stand on that tee pad, look and see a basket, beautiful here hills,
Uh-huh.
the lake reservoir. I don't know exactly what the body of water is, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a cool hole. I like the way it looks, like you said. That's the one I was thinking of in my head when you talked about Steele Creek.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's honestly kind of a signature type hole. I think for that, I just really wish that it would be listed as a 3, just to I don't know, challenge it. You know what I mean? And it's easier to keep track
Mm-hmm.
of the par of a score of a course if it's
Iron,
all threes. So,
Iron Man it.
yeah, I mean, I think you're exactly right. So yeah, this hole for me is a definite thumbs up. I just wish they would change that
Yep.
par.